Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at a rather interesting and very tiny detail that was revealed in the latest data mine that may suggest Nintendo changed their plans with the latest update, or there is more to come. Just a heads up, although this is based on data mine findings, it's quite speculative towards the end, so just bear that in mind if you're not a fan of rumours or speculation. And just before we get into things, I'd just like to let you know we have just started playing Animal Crossing New Leaf over on the Rumours Let's Play channel, and are now a few episodes in and already having a really good time, so be sure to check it out. Anyway, back in November, Nintendo released a mind-blowing update to New Horizons, bringing the game up to version 2.0 and brought back some of the beloved features from previous games, including several permanent stores, Brewster and the Roost, Cap'n and Gyroid, pretty much every special character one way or another, and of course an entire expansion pass that probably doubles the amount of content available. Since then, and over the past 2 months or so, several patch updates have also been distributed, primarily to fix issues discovered by the community once the game was out in the real world, as well as sneaking in some smaller content here and there, such as seasonal items. Now, most of the time Nintendo highlights what they changed, added or updated in either patch notes on their website or through social media posts and things like that. However, occasionally they do leave out smaller stuff for some reason, or decide not to tell us at all. One example of something they never really mentioned or announced was the new gyroid fragment feature that now sees us with a 30% chance of finding a gyroid fragment on our beaches every day. Another example is all of the zodiac items that were very clearly in the update, not only as seasonal items that can be purchased over New Year's, but also available through Katrina's rewards should you use her purification feature. Again, at least during the release, neither of those were announced as part of the update or included in patch notes by Nintendo. Now you'll see why this might be important shortly. Anyway, just before the holidays, the latest update was released that brought New Horizons up to version 2.0.4, and as you'd expect, fixed a bunch of bugs and glitches and introduced some new features and content. And thanks to the hard work of data miners, it was discovered that everything included in this recent update, so that's the new gyroid fragment feature, the zodiac items, the updated villager photo mechanic, and pretty much everything we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, was actually marked or assigned as version 2.1 internally within the game, more specifically 2.1.0 Winter 2021, which is super interesting because clearly it was distributed as version 2.0.4. Anyway, the reason this is interesting is because when developers jump to the next version number, so for example 2.1 rather than 2.0.4, it normally suggests larger updates and features are included rather than just bug fixes. So what does this mean? Well, there's a chance, and this is pure speculation of course, that Nintendo wasn't quite finished adding the things they wanted to add before the holiday, so downgraded version 2.1 to version 2.0.4 just so they could release it in time. And this would explain why a seemingly normal patch update also included so much content rather than just bug fixes and saw things missing from patch notes. Of course, this also suggests that there's potential for more content that was planned for version 2.1 but wasn't ready in time, which means 2.1 could still be in the works if they stick to their internal documentation. I don't even know, my brain is frazzled. Anyway, it's worth remembering that this may not suggest new features of course, but maybe more bug fixes and behind the scenes adjustments to various in-game mechanics and things like that. Anyway, whether that's true or not, and looking at the release dates for the previous updates since version 2.0, we're probably due the next update, whether that's finally 2.1 or the next version, which would be 2.0.5. At this stage, other than the version numbers used internally, there's nothing to suggest what any future update could include, but it's a big year for Nintendo with several major franchises seeing new mainline games, so maybe we could finally see some crossovers. Who knows? But what do you think about this tiny detail? Does it mean anything? And do you think Nintendo will release a new patch update anytime soon? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.